I wonder what you think the line of no return is on a guy like Ryan Reynolds, who it was announced this week has teamed up, I guess we'll use the term, with a group called the Remington Group in Toronto, who is a property development group who is interested in buying the Senators. And by all accounts, there were upwards of 15 organizations or companies, groups, whatever, interested in buying the Senators. And there's that prime piece of real estate there at LeBreton Flats that anyone would be interested in getting involved in. But it sort of sounded for a while like, and Bettman almost fueled this by saying, we'd like Ryan Reynolds to be involved with whoever's going to get this, right? That would be good for the league and good for the team. And there's no question it would, to have a guy, an A-list guy like that would help bring some positive attention to the league. And now he's signed on clearly with one group. Did that surprise you at all?
It did, just for those reasons, right? Like, especially now you hitch your wagon to a group, and it was interesting. Like, Elliot was on Tuesday on the Jeff Merrick's show, and his understanding was like the Remington Group weren't necessarily a front runner
right
at this stage. Now, of course, things can change in an instant.
Sure.
But I just, because it seemed like that was the path of, because he seemed like he was in the perfect position to just kind of wait it out.
I'll be the front man for whoever gets it.
Right. And whoever that group may be, who wouldn't be going, yes, we want Ryan Reynolds into the fold here. I wonder, so what did the Remington Group present to Ryan Reynolds that made him want to jump on at this stage of the process, right? I don't know the answer to that, but I'd be really curious to know that what was there incentive-wise that left him hitching his wagon this early still in the
somebody knows
sale
something,
process.
right? Like, there's a reason that he would decide, and obviously I'm sure it's probably a financial reason of some kind.
And again,
I don't run in Ryan Reynolds circles. Right?
You don't?
I don't. I'm sorry if you want to leave.
That's right. That's right. I thought he was going to be here tonight, filling in for Claire Hanna. I'm done. So I guess, I mean, you just think back though. Think about, like, he goes on Jimmy Fallon, openly says he's interested in buying the team, has done a couple public appearances after that. Then the next night he's in Ottawa here when Vancouver's playing. Like, he has made
introduced publicly,
exactly. They show him on the video board. Everyone stands up and applauds. He's waving. He was like the savior has come to town, right? And it was really cool.
It was.
So, like, he's made no bones about his interest being involved here. And you think about his success. Like, did you have any idea who Wrexham was before this all?
No.
Neither did I.
No.
And I mean, it's part of it because I'm not a diehard football fan. Like, I love Liverpool. I love following the Premier League, but that's kind of the extent of it in terms of club level. But how many people now know about it because of all their success, because of the show, because of his platform as Ryan Reynolds?
They F1'd it, right? That Netflix Drive to Survive. It's turned it into a huge deal.
Exactly.
Yeah. That would be huge for the Ottawa Senators. Like,
no kidding. And so I would, it certainly seems like the NHL feels, yes, this is a must to have him in the fold here.
This is the thing. To me, when Gary came out and said at whatever point, not long after that we'd like to have Ryan involved in whatever group might be, and it had that horribly uncomfortable moment where Gary Bettman used the term sugar mommy and sugar daddy. That was awkward for everybody, I think.
Right. It's different coming out of his mouth than Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. It was, he kind of said, like, it felt to me like Gary Bettman has never once been able to just be cool, man. Like, we have the popular kid is sort of half hanging around right now. And we're like, well, whatever you want, man. Like, stay at our party. And
right.
And it's sort of, that made sense to me. And even in Gary's uncomfortable way, I was sort of like, I get what you're doing here. Why don't you just sit back? We're going to go through the process. You can throw $1 million or $2 million in at the end. You'll be the front man or the face of the ownership group. That will be awesome for the team and for the league. And it just seemed to come out of nowhere that he was just, nope, I'm part of this development group out of Toronto. I'm with that bid and no one else. Maybe that bid felt like you just said that maybe they weren't one of the front runners, and so maybe promising Ryan Reynolds a certain whatever they might have promised him to say you only get him if you select us. I don't know. It was odd to me that it dropped out of nowhere.
Maybe, right? Like I think ultimately it comes down to like the why, right?
Yeah,
like why he joined at this process, and we don't have that answer. So I think where this goes from here will ultimately tell us. Hopefully, get an understanding of the timing of it, and if ultimately it works out to their benefit.